Everyone, Ashley here. Welcome back to my channel where we're striving to become healthy and whole God's way every day. In today's video, we are going to talk about everyone's favorite topic, which is feelings. So this mini series is going to be called Therapy for Christians, and today's topic is going to be on emotional regulation, specifically with anger. Yes, we're going to get real with ourselves, and we are going to talk about anger. Now, anger is one of those emotions that I think everyone can quickly recognize and quickly feel in themselves, right? But what's most important is to be able to identify the root of that anger. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about natural and spiritual ways to address anger. So first, we're going to talk about the natural side of anger. So I want you guys to look at this diagram, which is a really, really helpful tool in being able to identify what exactly is making you angry. And it's called the Anger Iceberg. Now, the anger iceberg, as you can see, has anger at the top because it's showing that that's what people typically see on the outside. It's people lashing out, it's people yelling, it's people screaming. Sometimes it's people internally fuming, not even saying a word, but you know, like, oh my gosh, they've gotten quiet, they must be really angry. But underneath all of that anger are the real emotions that someone is experiencing. So sometimes we're angry because we're stressed. We're angry because we're feeling threatened. We're angry because we're embarrassed. So what's really important with anger is to not just let it be anger. Like, really identify what is it that I'm actually feeling that's causing this anger. Because a lot of times, especially in today's day and age, people don't like to be triggered. But honestly, being triggered is the best way to identify something is wrong and something needs to be addressed. Because if it's coming up, it's most likely time for it to come out. But what we want to do is make sure it comes out in a healthy way. Sometimes we can be so blind to our anger that we let it get the best of us. As believers in Christ, we are allowed to be angry. There are so many things to be angry about. Like, terrible things happen all the time in this world that rightfully would make someone upset. However, in that anger, the Bible commands us not to sin. Anger is also something that the enemy can use to twist a situation, to tear apart families, to bring condemnation. There's so many reasons why the enemy can use anger. But just in general, we as believers should not be unaware of the schemes of the enemy. And one of his schemes is using our emotions against us. So we first need to identify the emotion, all right, properly. And then second, we need to embrace it, all right? I'm not saying embrace it as if it is a personality trait or if it's something that you just feel like you're gonna live with for the rest of the life because this is just who I am and so on and so forth. Like, no, embrace it because God can't heal what you don't reveal. So if you are suppressing your anger, you're trying to put on a front for everyone and pretending like everything is okay, you're just going to make yourself more angry. Also, the eyes of the Lord are everywhere. God sees everything, every single thing, including those emotions that we try and hide in our heart. God can see what's in our hearts as well. So it's just important to embrace it so we can bring it to the forefront, so we can present it to God. Say, God, I'm feeling threatened today by this individual at work. All right, God, what can I do about it? How can I not feel angry anymore? Which leads me to my next point. Whenever we have identified our emotion and decided to embrace it, it's time to get through it. A lot of times people will say things like, oh, just get over it. Just get over it. Just get over it. And I know people will mean well when they say that, but we're not here to get over things. We're here to get through things because it's getting through things that we learn. God is with us in every situation, in every season. But sometimes we have to bring those things to God. Like, he's standing there, he's willing, he's ready. And there are times where he's going to be like, hey, you need to work on that. Let's work through this. Let's talk about it. But then other times he's going to wait for you to take the initiative to present these things to him because he wants you to come to him with full trust that he's going to carry you through this. There's so many different reasons why we experience anger, but it is important to regulate those emotions, all right? So let's identify the real reason why we're angry. All right, are you lonely? Are you frustrated? Are you sad? Are you guilty? All right, let's embrace it. Let's be real. Let's say, hey, I'm feeling this feeling right now. So that way we can bring it to God, right? Well, guys, I hope you got some new insights from this video today. I'm gonna drop the link down below to the worksheet. Honestly, share it with your family, share it with your friends. I wouldn't share it with them while they're actually angry and have them point to it. That may work for some people, it may not. I think that this is a very good conversation to have when everyone's in a very neutral mood, right? And just pull up the worksheet and like just talk about it. And you know, people might start thinking about previous occasions where they were angry, and they might say, hey, like I was angry because I was feeling threatened, or I was feeling angry because I was sad. And like it may help bring some clarity to different situations. So yeah, I'll put that worksheet down below in the description box. If you have any questions, please let me know. But that concludes today's episode of Therapy for Christians. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.